What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. Process for Profits. I am Puri. All service business, all success, service business simplified. And today's video of the day, the second video of the day, we're going to talk about corporate structure. Woo! The things everyone always asks about. I just received my corporate folder here from my CPA. This particular folder is for my real estate company. Got that set up here. And inside, what's this here? We got, let's find it, don't read it. A disc. I don't know if you can see this. But they gave me a disc for my operating agreement for my acquisitions company. They gave us that. So we do have that. And also, we got this. This is corporate structure 101, guys. It's my minute book, certificate book, membership listings of FGT Acquisitions LLC. So what it's set up as, this is straight from my CPA, so you guys are getting some dime bags here. I don't know what your CPAs do or how your CPAs rock, but I always try to go with the best. They also gave me my corporate seal in Nevada. You guys can see that for this one. That's serious. You guys gonna want to see that. And essentially, here's what this is. This is a seal for me to emboss my logo, my company's LLC, to seal it. If you guys can see in that, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty dope little thing. But all of this is the stuff that you get from your CPA. Let me rephrase that. I don't know who your CPA is, so I don't know what they're gonna give you. I advise you to find one though and get one, because you're gonna want to be as legit as possible, you know, starting out. For me, I like to operate and do business in all states, but it's hard to keep up with all the rules, the regulations, and things like that. So now, here's what you should have in your corporate structure. You got your articles, your operating agreement. Look at this. This is your corporate structure. Your articles, operating agreement, your minutes, your certificates, your membership listings, and your IRS forms and documents. This is your business in a bag. The business in a bag, guys. This particular company, and not this particular, all of them. I also have a holding company set up to manage this company as well. And you have to do all that. So essentially, I have to go in here. I have to select members and board members and all of that. And you have to hold meetings and all of that. Blah, 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 all of that. You got to do all of that. For me, my CPA is probably going to run all of that. This is IRS documents and the transfer of an old certificate. Yeah, so corporate structure and a binder, that's what you need. This is a binder that I would take with me to the bank to establish a business banking account for this particular company. Although I think they already did that. I'm not exactly sure on that. I think, no, this is the one I have to do. The other two already established. So those are separate. But I wanted to talk to you guys about corporate structure and LLCs and what it looks like and why you should get a CPA and why it fucking matters. So let's talk about it. I have a holding company, I have an operating company, a managing company, and then I have some completely separate other things going on over here. Now, basically, what I did was I created a holding company, and then I have a passive managing company as well as a active managing company, which means, or not managing company, operating company, which means one money is all passive, one money is all active. And it helps to consolidate tax returns and not have to do so many tax returns as long as your accounting system is up to par. So accounting is number one with that. I also have my CPA doing my monthly accounting, obviously my taxes. So they handle all of that for me as well. You don't always have to be listed on your business. You have a registered agent as well. And the whole thing is ownership and control, you know. So you want to make sure you own it and you can control it in a proper manner. Now, my operating agreement and my articles, they did not fill out for me because that is something that I would do all on my own. I would king myself, so to speak, or queen myself, so to speak, within those articles and those operating agreements. So what I'm going to do for the holding company, since it's migrated over, is I'm going to bring over those operating and articles from that particular company, put them into the active company, and then I'm going to set up something for the passive here in the next couple of days so we can get that filed and ready to go. So whenever we do go to the bank or, you know, there we go. We can just hand them to them. They look at it, they read it over, and they see it's legit, and we move forward. I think it's imperative that we stop doing kitchen tactics when building a business. What do I mean by that? I'm from the South, and they had a thing called kitchen beauticians. You know, that's the chick that can do hair, but she didn't invest in herself and go to school and get a cosmetology license. My aunt is a licensed cosmetologist. She owned her own salon growing up, so we would always go there and bring my great grandmother there, and she get her blowing rinses. So I was familiar with that, and they never respected the kitchen titian. And she would always say, well, if they don't care enough to put in time, then we're not going to care enough to respect them. And now I get it. As being a business owner, you have a lot of people that don't put in the time and they want the same respect. You cannot give them the same respect. This is not something that you need starting off. This is something that I got because I can't go backwards. When I started off, I hadn't even, like I told you guys, I didn't even reserve my damn name at the Secretary of State. And a year later, over $100,000 later, I went to do it. It was $25, guys, $25. A year later, over $150,000 later, someone had taken my name because I had failed to do what was necessary in that moment. And instead, I was blinded and focused on making money. I don't want you guys to do that. Don't get me wrong. You don't need a folder, a binder. You don't need something that looks like this. You don't. Not starting out. A DBA is just fine. But as soon as you make that first $10,000, let me say it again, $10,000. As soon as you make that, I want you to stop, pause, and go get your corporate structure in order. I didn't do that. I ran that whole first year balls to the wall. You know how much damn taxes I had to pay? A lot. I didn't have to pay a lot. Let me rephrase that. No, I did. I think I had to pay like $20,000 that year. $20,000 in taxes that year. And the next year it was more money, but my CPA was like a A1. So he rounded me out somewhere around $8,000 to $9,000. And again, I'm still claiming $90,000 plus because I have things that I'm trying to do. You know, it's not just, you know, you want to buy a house, you want to buy real estate, you want to be able to go get business lines of credit. You're going to have to be a forward thinker, and you can't move ass backwards in doing that. That's where I'm at now. I would be moving ass backwards if I didn't have this. After you make $10,000, you are going to be moving ass backwards if you don't go get something similar to this. Now, every CPA is not created equal. Every CPA may not give you a corporate folder. I don't know how they all work. My CPA is pretty cool. My CPA in Florida didn't give me a corporate folder. He was trash. Yeah, he was trash. They weren't the best. They were dogs with business, and they did great jobs. But for like new businesses starting off, they weren't there. They weren't there. I'll admit it. So EIN is free. Save your name at the damn Secretary of State. Less than $50. DBA at the bank account. I don't know how much they may make you put in there, $50, $100. You're off to the races. Off to the races. Get that first 10,000, spend 500 setting up your corporate structure. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 businesses set up this way for about $4,500 or so, like that. $4,500 or so. And again, I own nothing. I control everything. That's a major key as well. So as far as corporate structure goes, guys, don't let people make you think it's so much of this, it's so much of that. I'm not no damn CPA. I don't know how to do it. So first thing first, we're going to go to the people that know how to do it. We're not going to pretend that we know how to do it. Second thing, we're not going to freak out about it. We're going to go get money first. And we all know that 10K is a threshold. Now, I think the IRS or the bank or one of these department people say it's a hobby unless you make $50,000. I would not say go all the way to $50,000 because I had a $50,000 contract, one of them in that first year. So you don't want to go that far. It's just too damn far. You're going to have to pay too damn much taxes because you're going to be sole prop and they're going to want this tax and that tax. And like, you don't want that. You don't want that. So let's set a limit of $10,000. $10,000 profit, $10,000 received to you, and you are going to go find yourself a CPA. And you are going to set up your corporate structure. Again, this is my real estate holding or my real estate passive company. We're going to buy a whole real estate in this company. And our buy and flips are obviously going to be in our active because one's active money, one's passive money. So you got to have a CPA that understands what you're trying to do. So that means you have to, while you're making your 10,000, educate yourself on how you want your business to set up, how you want your business to be set up. So that when you make that 10,000 and cross that threshold, you could take 500 and go to a CPA and say, hey, this is what I'm looking for. And they'll set you up. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to go backwards. You just keep moving forward, man. You just keep building your business. You keep grinding because the last thing you need to think about is monotonous shit like this. Minutes. Records. Oh, did you record your minutes for this meeting? No, this is the stuff that drives business owner crazy. This is the stuff that would drive my wife up a wall because she wants to be the person that handles the paperwork. But when it comes down to the paperwork, it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming, guys. So hire yourself a good CPA. They are worth it. They're going to take all that tax mail, all that minute mail. They're going to do all that shit. And then out of 15 letters, they might email you one time because that's something you have to do. But if you were handling it, you would have to look at all 15 of those letters and deduce if you needed to do something or not. So I'm an advocate for doing business the right way, but I'm also an advocate for just freaking getting started. Don't let the inability to have this keep you still, keep you not doing nothing. You can't afford it right now. People are getting laid off. Pilots, teachers, bus drivers. People are getting laid off. It ain't turning around. Like, it ain't going backwards. So start your service business today. Cleaning, painting, window cleaning, pressure washing, fencing, decking. Those are the types of businesses you can start right now where people will pay you good money. You will make $10,000 very quick, and you will level up to the ability to be able to go and get you one of these. That's all you're trying to do. You're not trying to, I don't know what the hell y'all trying to do. Y'all might be trying to get rich as hell real quick. If you're willing to put into the work, I don't see no reason why you can't. I worked myself out of my business in 6 months. I played around with it for the remaining 6 months of the first year. And that my wife will tell you, that was me saying, I need to be in the trenches. Like I'm a sports player and I went in the military, and it was something about being with my people that made me feel like I was being a good leader. And it took 6 months after I worked myself out of my business and 6 months of just hanging around the shop to realize that I'm not doing them any service, and I'm doing me a disservice and my time a disservice by just hanging out there. So we have to be aware, and then we have to be willing to move forward. All right, guys, I'm Purry. I'm signing off. Process for Profits, all service business, all success, service business simplified. And I'll catch you guys in a couple videos, maybe next week, man. Who knows? I'm going to get my consistency up. I got a lot going on.